So we are towards the end of the year. So it's time that we actually curate a list of some of the best performing guitars. The way the list has been composed, rather, it's based on the numbers, the best sellers, the viewpoints as expressed by some of the guitar players, and some of my personal favorites. So I've been playing nearly every guitar that you see around me. So it's not a very scientific, but it's more a list from the heart of the best performing gear for 2024. So pure acoustics. So I think we took a lot of feedback, and of course we have the numbers to support us. And in this segment, my personal choice has completely aligned with the numbers as well as the popular choices. The pick is the awesome Kepma E series. My personal favorite, again, and that's the reason I picked it up over the Sunburst, is the mahogany top and the mahogany body. Brilliant guitar, my personal guitar. Though this is a trans acoustic version, I actually play the pure acoustic version of it with no trans acoustic or nothing. I have a pickup attached to it. I will come to that later. So pure acoustic, my top pick, and the overall top pick is actually the Kepma E series. The next segment, the trans acoustic, the smart guitars, or the new age acoustics, if I can put it that way. You've seen me play this before, on multiple occasions. The EA X1 Pro is an awesome guitar, solid top, and the built-in effects and the reverb especially is amazing. So on the smart guitar, smart acoustic guitar segment, I think the top pick would be the EA X1 Pro. So let's take a quick, a small jam to showcase how the cinematic feel sounds. Now to the lookers. I think this year, Stridum, hit the ball outside the park in terms of some of the guitars and the artwork on the guitars. My top pick, and generally the audience poll, is also this. The Stridum Dune series. Brilliant guitar, and I think it's one of the best artwork I've seen on the fingerboard, and it just makes you play very differently, man. It's an awesome guitar. While we're at it, let me grab one more Stridum. I think fingerboard artwork this year has been Stridum's completely. Look at this awesome, I think it's a mix of mother of pearl and enamel. Brilliant artwork. Electric guitars. Of course, that puts a smile on my face because I'm an electric player. And also this year, the top pick is misaligned with my top pick. This, the SEST 600, is actually the pick for the year. It's an amazing Strat, pretty well built, and has the classic HSS combination. Beautiful paint job. There's a pink, and this one looks like a gray, but it kind of changes its color based on the light. I'm not the Strat guy, so I think I would leave the best features of this to be told by someone else. Now let's come to my topic. This guitar is here to rule the world. It's that good. The TE52, though this is off the shelf, I've been playing one for the last 4 months, I think. 4.5 months. And I do have other tellies in my collection. I love tellies. The other tellies are angry with the TE52 because they don't get to come out so much. Brilliant guitar, ash body, maple neck with a skunk stripe, jumbo frets, medium jumbo frets rather. This is how a telly should be. This is exactly, I think, a way the 52 telly was designed, and of course, this has the black pickguard. The original 52 telly was a swamp ash body with a bakelite or some kind of a composite material, black pickguard. This captures the essence, plays exactly like the classic. Okay, tech of the year, and I'm holding a guitar in my hand. The reason is, I chose this as the tech of the year despite of being a guitar is because of the features that it packs in. It packs in a punch. A lovely guitar. This is Enya. I think this year Enya has taken the cake for the tech segment. This guitar has built-in FX, has a sound card, a built-in speaker, carbon fiber body, composite fingerboard, a zero nut, very stable, lightweight tuners, weighs hardly anything, and just fits into your backpack, into the boot of your car very easy. Personally, I have one, and it travels with me every time I do a road trip. And every time I feel like just playing it, put it on. You have the speaker. It has amp emulations, a beautiful app, seamless, uninterrupted playing. So this is the tech of the year for me. Amplifiers. They're the heart. When you're playing your guitar, you can take the most expensive guitar, plug it into a crappy amp, it'll still sound crappy. But you take a mediocre guitar, plug it into a great amp, you'll sound great. Amps are the heart of your tone. This year, when it comes to amps, we have 2 picks. Both are small amps. Both are targeted towards, an intermediate to advanced musician. And both the amps can be used as a practice amp or as a recording amp. And I've personally recorded the Jungle 20. I'll come to that. So the first pick, this lightweight DC15S by Joyo, battery powered, has a foot switch, has a looper, a whole bunch of amps to choose from, and an active EQ control and effects built in. I think if you need to have an amp next to your couch or you're traveling or whatever it is, I think this is a top pick. I love this amp. Especially, let me give you a biased opinion about it. If you look at it, you have multiple amp models. The Jazz Clean is pristine clean. The UK high gain comes very close to the Marshall. And the rectifier, though it's designed for giving you a very, high gain sound, I actually like to play the rectifier in a low gain setting on this amp. It kind of gives you the Santana tone where it's creamy and has a very high sustain. So these are the three, personal favorites in terms of amp settings for me in this amp. Of course, it comes with a whole bunch of effects. Reverb is decent, has a very active EQ section to it. You have a master and an amp volume, and they actually work. It's not a gimmick. So you can actually choose an amp model, push up the volume so that you're actually driving the amp naturally the way a tube should basically drive, and then you can actually lower down your level, which is your master volume. Phenomenal amp and amazing value for money. I was talking about the Kepma E series. I mentioned that I use a different pickup. I've been personally using the double B2G, which is a phenomenal acoustic pickup. I especially love the way you can blend the piezo and the microphone. And whenever I'm double tracking, I tend to go piezo, put on the IR, and I go mic, and I just double track. Beautiful pickup. But this year, there's this Y2, a phenomenal pickup. No modifications needed, just goes and fits in the sound hole. So you just need to have one pickup, even if you have multiple acoustics. So I think that's a very good advantage. It's transacoustic in nature, which means it's basically a transducer. It has the CDR, which is your chorus, delay, and reverb, which is the fundamental for acoustic effects built in. You have a volume level wherein you can actually adjust the way the frequencies are jumping out, and you have the microphone just in case it's feedbacking or something, so that you can adjust the level and then come back to where you want with the volume. It has a voice cut feature, especially for people who are singing along, and I think it's phenomenal engineering the way it's built. It's built like a tank, and it just goes into the sound hole. And best, it's a rechargeable battery, so you just need to plug it in and charge it. Alright, so the year is not yet over, and we have a lot of products. So you'll soon be hearing from me with a few exciting guitars. Some of them which are slightly unique in their in their build quality or the tones. Stay tuned. You will really enjoy this journey.